Hello, good evening, and welcome to Not the 9 o'clock News.
Oh,
God, sake, he's sworn already. We've only been on 30 seconds. You cunt. Anyway. On tonight's show, it's going to be a more chilled out show than last week. I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
Bit more chilled out show tonight. So there will be some ranting, probably from me. I have a couple of things. I have one thing to say before the show starts. I am actually a Trump supporter now. I fully support Trump in something he said.
I agree with one thing he said.
I was going to say that one single statement.
Donald Trump came to the UK and said about Sadiq Khan that he is a nasty, evil individual. Well said, Donald. I mean, the rest of it.
Yeah, Shrek. Lisa.
All right, Shrek.
I say, who we got in right now? I was actually getting started already.
Yeah, I haven't upset anybody yet. I'm sure I will.
Oh, we'll get there.
I'm guaranteed to upset somebody. Well, I'm going to try and upset somebody. Yeah. Donald Trump coming to the UK. Why did we have to have him here?
Well, look, he tried to visit Scotland. Look what happened.
Well, he was visiting his recent purchase in Aberdeen of a new golf club.
Yeah, and they made it a very nice point to have signs of all the appreciation they feel towards him.
I know it said Trump Turnberry twinned with Epstein Island. I thought that was brilliant.
For once, on the second thing, I shall agree with my beloved. I don't need to say anything.
I don't think anybody would disagree.
Well said, dear.
There may have been recent, news outlets talking about, well, no, he wasn't on Epstein's list. Well, he was, but they removed him, and then they released the list.
He's not on Epstein's list now because there's white stuff all over the list.
And we don't like to talk about that.
Tip-X, you filthy-minded individuals.
I was going to say, which way? Did they have the list rolled up real tight?
All I should say about Donald Trump and the Epstein Island business is this. He was playing golf at the time and trying to get his balls into a 14-year-old. There you go. That's how nasty I feel about Trump. Because we all know he was on Epstein Island, don't we?
Yeah.
And he still couldn't hit par.
You know he's on that island. You know he was involved in that whole cover-up and along with the rest of the world elite. The world elite like, Bill Gates and of course, Richard Branson. Have you noticed how Richard Branson's been very quiet just lately? Mm-hmm. He was on there, and he had his own island. Has anybody ever looked into? Branson had his own private island, didn't he? I think he still has.
He still got it.
Has anybody looked into that and who went on that island? Because this elite, the shadow elite lot, and I'm not on about the Behemoth album, which, by the way, is a good album.
It is.
There seems to be this elite paedophile group, isn't there? It's gone dark. I've got to take this dark a bit quick tonight, but there's this dark elite group of individuals in the world.
What's that table of people whose names we'll never know and faces you'll never see because
if you
they're
try
out in public every day, you don't realize who you're looking at.
And if you try taking them on, you'd probably get shot.
Oh, you're gone.
Or you disappear.
Yeah. And Shrek, it wasn't into the 14th hole; it was into his 14th hole.
Man, plastic surgery's gone really far over the years.
All I'm going to say about Donald Trump is tonight, I'm not going to go in. I just don't like the man. I think he was right what he said about Sadiq Khan, who Did anyone else see there was a journalist walked up to him, Sadiq Khan, in London? He was walking through London with the knife ban. You know, we've had this big knife ban in the UK. And they're now banning, you can't own a samurai sword anymore, even if it's for display purposes, which is actually wrong. It's bollocks.
Who's going to walk down the street with a samurai sword swinging it at people?
Hey, Hanky.
It has happened. It
It
has happened.
Oh, okay. Let me take that back. I actually personally know a guy over here that's in jail for doing that to somebody. Never mind.
I know of individuals over here who it's happened, you know. So
I'll say no. Now that I say it, I think I literally know somebody firsthand that is in jail right now for doing that.
Anyway, she walked up to him and said about the 60% increase in knife crime since they brought in the knife crime ban, okay, last year. And he ignored them because he doesn't want to talk. And this is going to be a racist comment. He didn't want to talk to somebody who's white because he was too busy with his Muslim buddies.
That's not racist.
The video's online. You've only got to watch it.
I'll say that there's between from an observational comment of a video and being obliquely racist for no reason.
We had Keir Starmer come out with my favourite comment probably of the year regarding knife crime. Why do people need knives? Now, no, before you comment, Tyler.
I was going to say, do you know how hard it would be to do anything day to day without a knife in my pocket?
This includes cooks, chefs.
Yeah.
Why does anybody need a knife? If you ever want to go to a restaurant, and I'm not a KFC, a proper restaurant,
all right, Craig, I want to see. I want to see the Wellington we talked about. All you can use is a Play-Doh knife.
How are you going to cook prepare a meal, a proper meal, without using a knife?
You can't.
Unless we're all going to become vegans. Sorry, I'm sorry for that abusive language.
Even then, though, what are you gonna?
Even then, you need a knife.
Yeah.
But say they somehow put this ban in, and it affects not the food industry, you know how they're gonna make it do, but it is just for the public, right? What stops anybody with anything from a scrap piece of whatever in their garage to let's see, a stick, or I mean, go advance. You have a 3D printer sitting in the back room. Okay, what files are there on a 3D printer that could be possibly dangerous to somebody else? Probably quite a few.
I got this spare paper in it. If you've got a piece of A4 paper, okay.
We're not showing the fold.
I'm not showing you how to do this, but it's very easy to make an A4 sheet of paper into something that you can stab somebody with. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what's next?
You can also slit the throat with it.
Yes, you can. What's next? We ban. No, I'm not dangerous, Manky. I know you're joking, but the issue is people are willing to just go, oh yeah, well, you know, we better go along with it. That's the issue. People are willing to go along with it. And the same thing happened with the vape stuff. Because nobody was willing to get off their fucking lazy asses and do anything as a group.
We have to fight each other first. And then in the middle of it, and then wait till it's all fucking and fight some more.
We had to do this. We had to do this and snipe at each other between groups first, didn't we? We had to bit rather than getting together and doing something
and throwing some real numbers at these people.
And it didn't work.
I mean,
exactly, Lisa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So long as you haven't got a mental health reason or a criminal conviction or something,
record, yeah.
You can pretty much, most people, so long as they're have a decent record as such, legally, no legal record, they can own and have a firearm, a shotgun.
Well, I mean, I was just saying, think that
Not
obviously
even
handgun
on an air
versus.
rifle.
I mean, like Lee just said, I wasn't going to say, but Lee's dad, he's owned guns for a lot of years for the right reasons. He enjoys the sport of going shooting.
Even an air rifle.
Evening, Martin.
Hi, Martin.
Hey, Martin.
Even a 2.2 air rifle with a heavy slug in it can cause.
Oh yeah, have a slingshot can knock somebody clear more than you would think.
I had a couple of old air rifles, both underlevers, so much higher power than normal.
When those have proper cameras on them.
Yeah. They had about 70% of the penetration power of a rifle of the same caliber.
Yeah.
Because those old ones weren't restricted. There was no chokes in them or anything. And I tested one. It was about 350 mile an hour muzzle velocity.
Yeah, which if it hits you, it's going to do some damage.
It's gonna go through anything.
Yeah.
I fired it at a gun cabinet and it went through both sides.
Yes, Martin. Martin is right. Having been somebody who in the early days, I used to
I remember that. No, I remember that era when it first started. Oh man.
We used to go paintballing as well. I don't know if you went paintballing, Martin. Can you remember going paintballing when it was cold?
I think the frozen paintball issue was.
Oh my god, that fucker hurts.
I mean, a regular paintball isn't anything to joke at anyway, but a frozen, even the half frozen paintball, oh shit.
Guns have never been banned. Guns have.
Yeah. I mean, I got a perfect shot on somebody paintballing. I'd got myself hidden under a bridge that was a slatted bridge, and I fired straight up and caught him just on his inner thigh.
That's just cruel.
We were airsofting, me and my
neighbor
years ago.
Though.
And we're sitting there, and they have the bunker style steps going down into the basement. So I had a spot where I could get down low enough where he had to get close enough to even get to where he could hit me. I've got 2 single shot spring load pistols. It took forever to get another round in to actually go. He's got a battery operated full automatic AK. One well placed shot. His mag drops out of the fucking gun. I hit the release on it. I literally pop the release. The release goes. I reload that one, pop both back up, unload. Well, I had them set to where they actually had a little bit of canter to them, so they would actually curve around trees if you angled them the right way. They both angled in, him and one each nutsack. I couldn't have placed it better. I couldn't have planned it better. It was the best moment.
Mate, that's just cruel.
Single shot, mag drops. He goes, shit. Boom, 2 more right into him. Hey, he lit me up that full auto so many times I couldn't do anything about it with a single shot. But in that moment, I won.
I wish I was still able-bodied because airsoft was quite a lot of fun. It was funny.
Oh, let my kids get a little bit older, and I still have one of my old ones.
Because you can now get things like you can get like hand grenades that are filled. You can get claymore mines and everything. It's great.
Matt, you've seen the grenade launchers.
A lot of them don't allow that. A lot of the airsoft places don't allow that.
They might not allow it. It doesn't mean I won't do it.
Here you can use smoke grenades and everything.
I was going to say, place I used to go, they didn't allow automatics. Yeah, there was always one smart ass had one though, wasn't there?
I know a lot of places with the health and safety there, they take it really, really seriously. Which is, I understand why.
Well, Well, like I say, like the grenade launcher ones, those are green gas filled because obviously there's nowhere to, pump the thing up once in the gun. I saw a video literally 2 days ago. Guy took basically a handle off something, made a slot to put the grenade shell into, had a swing over with a pen and a hammer in his hand, and was running around the airsoft field, smacking this fucking thing with a grenade with a hammer and setting it off on people.
I think, I don't see anything wrong with airsoft. It won't be long before the government decide to ban that. They will. You mark my words, they'll try banning it. And at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a bit of fun, like we used to as kids, with a stick running around shooting each other in like forests. It's what's wrong with that? You're just doing it with your mates as an adult for a bit of fun. This is what, bringing it back to the knife thing, what pisses me off with the knife thing. It's like, Shrek, you said about, they brought in the rule on a knife being the minimum size. I don't care if it's like a 2 3/4 inch blade, right? If you stab somebody with that blade or a 4 inch or 6 inch blade, you're going to kill them.
Yeah.
The fact is, most of us who own knives do not run around stabbing people, okay? The people who run around stabbing people don't use proper knives. They use knives from Asda.
Right, 2-pound knife. But
I was going to say,
cooking knives.
I joined the Cubs when I was 7. My first Cub camp. Ever since, I have carried a Swiss Army knife.
But what's wrong with carrying a small knife?
Well,
and you're right, Lee. It is a typical the left wing nanny state. There's nothing wrong with you carrying a knife. A lot of us in the past have used those for various things in your life. For things like appropriate things.
Matt, if you guys went out. Sorry, but go ahead.
Something simple. You're driving along, top hose goes on your car. You don't carry a spare top hose.
Nope.
But you can cut it off where it's split and make a temporary connection that will get you to be able to replace that top hose.
Yeah.
If you ain't carrying a decent sharp knife, though, you can't do it. Which means you've got to call out recovery.
Martin, this is why it's not a rant, but I'm the same. I've always collected knives, okay? I collect knives, I collect swords, I collect certain iconic daggers, one of which is up here. I collect things like that. Not because I'm going to use it, not because I want a stab or hurt anybody, because I enjoy collecting them. Big difference, right? There's a lot of people who enjoy the same sort of thing as a hobby. So the only way you're going to bring in and get rid of the knife crime is you've got to look at the policing of knife crime.
Well, the crime itself, not just the general access to knives at all.
The issue we have in this country, who is using the knives? Who is using knives to attack each other? It's postcode gangs, okay? It's the postcode gangs in various big cities, in London, Manchester, and so on. Those people are mainly not white people. They are black people, Muslim people. And this doesn't come down to religion. I'm not slagging Muslim people off because there's a lot of very good Muslim people. But it comes down to the Asian and black people. The government are scared to say anything against the Muslim people. We can't say anything against them. So you never search those people who are carrying knives. So you get the knife attacks. The police are meant to be neutral. No? If they stop somebody, be they white, black, Japanese, Chinese, whatever nationality. The only way you're going to change it in this country is to change the way the police do their job. Change the police force. And in America, come to that.
Well,
because your police. Yeah, well,
think, Matt. If literally last week I had a couple small branches, like small branch I needed to cut down up the bush in the front yard, right? No bush jokes, but so I didn't want to. There was no point in going through the garage, getting like the sawzall, a new blade, all that to cut an 1.25 inch fucking branch. There's no point. Now, if you did what I did, and well, most people wouldn't do, I walked outside with that because it took me 3 swings, if that, and the branches were gone, and I was done. Yeah. I may look like that very interesting neighbor that was swinging a very large blade, but it worked. It was a lot more efficient than going the other route with it.
If you'd done that in the UK, I tell you what, I got seen by the police. Oh, fuck me. They would have had.
Especially something that heavy and that size. Oh yeah. It's not a dull blade.
Being tased.
The maximum fixed blade you can carry outside is 4 inches. You're not allowed a machete. You're not allowed a bill hook. And people who actually work in things like forestry and that.
See you in a bit, Hanky. Love you,
Hanky. See you later, Steve.
How you going, buddy?
Yep. People who work in farming, forestry, any of those, they are not allowed to have their tools of the trade.
Yep.
You can't reset a hedge without a bill hook. You just can't do it.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
But they're not allowed to have them.
Unless they're in a locked box in your car.
Yeah. And the box has to be fixed to your car.
Mm.
Don't worry, Martin. I saw the locked up orange case over there with all the fun stuff.
You are allowed to have a Stanley blade in public on your person if you have good reason to be carrying it. Definitely. There is no law against carrying a Stanley knife in public if you have a job where that, in your case, Tyler, a box cutter. You know that.
Okay.
So
utility knife box, yeah.
You know, if your job is in some way and you have good reason to carry it in public. The same goes with the chef's knife thing is ridiculous. The amount of people I've known who are chefs who got pulled over.
I mean, it's been a few years since I was pulled over, but I remember, hey, do you have any weapons in the car? Yeah, my work knife's in my pocket. Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Do you have any actual weapons in the car? No. All right, cool. Whole conversation.
You see, in this country, we'd even be questioned for carrying a pocket knife that is legal.
Yep.
Mm.
I mean, for your Stanley knives, are yours all the single blade, like where you only get so much off the end of it, or do you have the ones that have break off points?
No, we have break off.
Oh, we have both.
I only asked because of the restrictions. I mean, obviously the break offs don't have a stop for how far you can push that blade out when it's new. Wouldn't that cause even more issue with the length of that? And that's a work utility knife that you have to use, you know.
Without asking a policeman and then whether you get the truth.
Oh, and God forbid there's 2 or 3 spare blades in the handle.
As far as I know,
it can be down to the attitude, your attitude and the attitude of the copper you see on the day.
Mm.
If he's having a shit day, he'll do you.
That's not like the president over here. Anyway.
Well, we all know, West Yorkshire fucking police are a bunch of arseholes anyway and corrupt motherfuckers. But I will tell you now, if you have good reason to be carrying a Stanley knife on your person as a carpet fitter, there is no law against you carrying it. I guarantee you that in law.
Well, no law, but it doesn't mean there's not going to be that pissed off copper that's going to say something
How
stupid.
that policeman interprets the law, that's the issue.
Yeah.
So,
Isn't that no? You said a really funny way there, Matt. Interprets it. Isn't that funny how things are interpreted in all kinds of ways for different situations? That you know.
Yeah.
Well, when I was in Fox, I used to always carry on me a little lock knife for cutting tie wraps at the end of a show.
Yeah.
It's a locking blade, which was useful because cutting through the tie wraps, you needed to be able to twist the blade.
Well, yeah, you need that actual.
And if it wasn't a locking blade, it'd just fold on your fingers. But the blade was only 1.25 inches. It's a little knife known as a mouse knife. Matt will know one.
Okay.
1.25 inch locking mouse knife, razor sharp, for cutting tie wraps at the end of a show. I'd had something happened after I'd got back from a show that meant I'd just put the first pair of trousers I saw back on, which were the pair I'd been wearing for the show, which meant I still had some of my tools in my pockets. I got stopped by the police and arrested for a knife with a 1.25 inch blade because it locked. I finished up, I got a police caution for that. When they go to do the DNA test, he's ripping away and he couldn't get into the DNA kit and just said, just use the knife, just use my knife. He goes, fuck, that's sharp. I said, what's the point of a blunt knife?
well, unless you're doing butter on bread, there's no point.
Well,
yeah.
But no, I've thought about before. We've had this conversation about knives and the fixed blade and everything else before, and locking blades.
Yeah.
I never actually owned a knife that was not a locking blade in one form or another. I've had assisted, I'm sure I've had some that have such a heavy spring that you've got the button built into the scale of the knife. You hit the release on it, and if you don't hold on to that thing, and I mean hold on to it, it's going to rip the knife out of your hand because it flips open that quick. Everything with locking bars or the back, press locking bar, I've never had one without it.
That's legal because it's a sprung blade, not a locking blade.
Yeah.
I have difficulty opening that when my hands are bad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's got that hard tension once it actually gets past a certain point.
That has single-handed opening and just a detent to hold the blade. And it's a button lock, which means I can open and close it. That I've got to work out how to justify carrying that outside of my flat.
And so that has a detent to hold the blade open?
It's just a detent.
Huh.
It's virtually no pressure. It's just a little ball bearing that holds the blade in place.
Right.
Yeah. That's all you need.
And it just stops it opening. Once it started, there's virtually no pressure opening that knife. And
Yes, most of ours are.
And it locks on a button.
When are we going to bring?
It's not legal.
To
me, is a tool. That is just something for doing work with.
Talking of tools, Lisa said about West Yorkshire Police, who are a bunch of tools. But
I was going to say it was West Yorkshire Police that did me.
West Yorkshire Police, who couldn't catch the Yorkshire Ripper, Peter Sutcliffe. Why didn't we ban hammers then? There's probably more people murdered with a hammer than there is with knives. So when are we going to bring in a ban on hammers? You can't have a hammer.
Yeah, but if you're a mechanic, a hammer's an essential tool.
No, but you could kill someone.
If you're a lorry driver, a hammer's an essential tool.
How many lorry drivers kill people by bad driving with the lorry? So when are we going to ban
more than do with the hammer?
So when are we going to ban lorries? When are we going to ban cars?
You know, I literally just Googled the most common forms of that type of assault in the UK. Obviously, first thing is anything sharp, blah, blah, blah. Vehicles are higher up than firearms.
Yeah.
Like, and above vehicles is tall buildings.
What, they've been killing people?
Yeah, I'm sorry,
the accidental falls.
At him.
I hit him over the head with a tall building.
Oh no, I was taking the building down anyway, and he was standing there, and things happen.
Yeah, when are we going to ban McDonald's and Burger King and chip shop?
No, fuck.
Well, no, because think about it.
I'm being serious. Like, you're not wrong. Think how horrible this stuff is for everybody. But
yeah,
this is a problem.
Ridiculous it is. This is the ridiculousness. If people are so stupid, okay, and when are you going to ban alcohol? And when are you going to ban smoking? And when, if you ban everything that kills everybody, everybody will start jumping off. They're going to start jumping off tall buildings because they're bored with life.
Yeah.
I just leave people alone, and if they're going to kill each other, you know what? Get on with it.
No, even better, Matt. Can we just take all these very stupid and obvious warning labels off of things?
What?
Steel bowl, do not microwave.
Do not drink the contents of this lead acid battery.
Right.
Well, a classic
example. Tide Pods for laundry only. Do not ingest.
Do not use this hairdryer in the shower.
No,
which is actually a label. Which is actually a label in hotels.
I know it is.
My favourite all-time warning, right? And it was done by Vapor's Cloud on Max.
Oh, I think it's still there. It's still there.
Not to be inserted anally, not for rectal insertion, which means at some point somebody bought a perfectly good Mac mod and thought, I wonder if I can put this up my ass.
And didn't remove the battery.
I want to know who in the vape community it was.
He's just left.
Rack, was it used on a stick of Vapor's Cloud Magic?
No.
Yes, did they use it to cauterize their hemorrhoids?
Hey, that's true. It could have been a health issue, and they.
No, you know what though? I know. I swear, I ever hear that question on any group on Facebook. It's not, hey, what clothes for this RDA make the best flavor? Which ohms do I use to cauterize my hemorrhoids? If I swear.
Right, that's going in the group in half an hour.
I just, if you actually need, like Shrek said, a packet of peanuts with a sticker saying "Warning, may contain nuts." I hope so. I hope it. Yes.
So, yeah.
I mean,
it doesn't. I will be complaining.
Then there's same time, some of these labels you have to have because you've got Walmart brand stuff over here. Like I think it was a marshmallows, something like that. On the label says may contain trace amounts of tilapia. Why the fuck is there tilapia in my marshmallows?
Yes, but the question you have to ask yourself, Martin,
like fish.
Was it a stacked mech or was it just a single mech?
Now we know why he's scared of him.
It was ribbed for his pleasure.
I like the mod you've got on your table.
Hey, you leave my Transformer penis alone. Nice. Don't, Shrek, because do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if some idiot in America has actually tried eating the cotton. Tyler, did you try eating the cotton from cotton bacon?
You know, I knew something was off. The texture was funny. It didn't crisp up like I thought it would. It absorbed the butter like hell.
Oh God! I just warning signs just trigger me to other stuff that it's like.
Well, remember when I went on the Babies Club site, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago, and screenshotted their current list of warnings? Some of those were just, oh.
I get, as a company, you have to be careful. Like Brian, who owns Vapors Cloud, has to be careful with when he puts anything out. He has to say about the battery safety and blah 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 blah. I get that. Yeah, that's the way of the world, and he's got to cover himself as a business. So if something does happen, he doesn't get taken to court and it costs him lots of money. Fair dues. I hope that comment about somebody using a mechanical mod rectally was put in it as a joke, which probably was not right. But there's also the off chance that somebody at some point actually did do it, which is scary.
Well, I mean, I've always had a hard time differentiating Vic's head from his ass. So maybe when he hit that hog, that was what they were talking about.
You can tell which one's his ass because he talks out of it.
So yeah, when he hit that hog, now that makes sense for their warning.
Oh, fuck's sake, Shrek. You had to bring up that, didn't you? The Low Bridge Manchester crash.
Yeah, but then a few days later, they put big white letters on the going up towards the bridge saying Low Bridge.
You know what bothers me with that is you could see with that accident, crash, because an accident would mean it was accidental, not an idiot driving. You could see that bus was roughly double the height of the bridge. When you're driving up to it, we all do it in a car, for fuck's sake, when it's like low car park or something. You look and you think, oh, yeah, right. You don't just go up to it and drive through and think, oh, look, the roof's come off. I wonder how that happened.
So I saw a video the other day, someone took a U-Haul, a whole box truck through a parking deck. That didn't go well.
Have you not seen the video of the one in Manchester?
There's been so many that I've seen from over here. I don't think I've seen any from over there.
Literally, it's like Shrek just said, it comes down at this bridge. Now, I've seen it with lorries where people have misjudged, like, it's been slightly too high and they've just caught it. Okay, you should have known better, but it was an accident. And
you could have at least stopped closer to the bridge and seen how close you were. But
this driver
didn't
even brake. He didn't brake. He didn't slow down. He just kept going. And you can see.
How far across the truck did he get? Did he get all the way underneath it?
No, this is a bus, a double-decker bus. Okay. Now, if you think about a double-decker bus.
14 9 nearly.
Now think a single-decker bus. It basically converted the double-decker into a single-decker. I shit you not. It took that.
No, made it an open topper.
Jesus. How fast were you going to actually get that to shear all that off?
You wouldn't have to go all
fiberglass.
It's all
fiberglass anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty at least thin steel.
No.
No, all the steel's on the bottom.
Okay. So the top half is fiberglass, the bottom is okay. Gotcha.
Obviously, you got the momentum of the bus, which I think they're 8, 9 tons, 8, 9 tons, something like that.
Well, about 11 and a half unloaded.
So you think about if he's doing 30 mile an hour, once
I was saying your stopping distance isn't good anyway, and he didn't even try.
Task, thank you, mate. I shall show that in a bit. I'll show that to Tyler in a bit. Thank you, mate.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Shrek.
Yeah, I've seen it, and he didn't even brake. It was just. It was like, you see the videos of people doing it for a stunt, like on a track or something. It was like one of those where it was like, I know, I'll see if I can take the roof off. Thank fuck there weren't people upstairs, is all I'm going to say.
No,
well, there might have been, but they weren't afterwards.
There were people upstairs.
Were there?
Oh, yeah. Shit.
There was about 16 people seriously injured that were upstairs. I think if you look at the video, you see someone coming out the back of the video is off the bus as well.
Fuck. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah,
that's one of those that driver needed tested me. Like, what were you on? What were you doing? What the fuck?
Yeah, which brings me on. Actually, I was going to be being rather racist tonight, and I don't mean to be. Was the driver English, or was he a new driver? Should we say? Because I've noticed there's been a lot of new drivers in these big cities where companies are taking on new drivers because it's the new English British way that all firms must take on.
There was one a few days
percentage
after that where it was a training bus that went under the low bridge as well. I think that was either Foster or Riva.
Yeah.
It was a training double decker.
Now a single decker.
Yeah.
That's probably what his supervisor was thinking when he came back from shift that day. Yeah, I'm going to deck you all right. At least once.
The unfortunate thing is as well, some companies, their training, there's a lot of pressure put on the instructors to get people through as quickly as they can.
Yeah.
Which happens at my work, and that's how somebody got dragged from one end to the end of the machine because they decided to stand on a fully operational machine without powering it down, hit the button with their knee, and they went about 30 feet that way with no stopping. When you've got a basically, like, remember the old electric motor size they had for like the first electric cars?
Yeah.
That's the size that runs these machines.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it can easily move a piece of pipe that weighs, 400 pounds per piece. It doesn't care. It does not care if you're standing on it.
It doesn't matter.
It tore his leg almost off. It was bad.
I've seen accidents involving lathes, is all I will say.
Oh, dude, so have I. Some of those are, I can't say some, almost all of those are horrific.
I'm not on about videos.
And
I've seen them in person.
I've seen with pillar drills in person as well.
Oh, yeah.
The one thing I was taught from a very young age was never, ever, ever wear jewelry when you work on tools like that.
Yep.
Type of tool.
Yeah.
I stopped wearing my wedding band years ago because I saw what can happen to your fingers if you get smashed.
It's where I never really wear jewelry until. The only stuff I wear is stuff like that. And the amount of times I've seen somebody's arm get, if you're lucky, it will just snap the ring or it will break your finger.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. If you're not lucky, say goodbye to your fucking hand or your arm.
Not even that. You ever seen where it actually strips everything off the bone?
Yeah.
That's just
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
No.
The problem is now because my son's is in that trade. He's an engineer, my son, but he's in the aircraft industry. And I was talking to him the other week about the safety videos, and the safety videos we used to get were a lot more brutal.
Yeah.
Some of them were really brutal.
Well, it showed you what could actually happen.
Oh yeah. Nowadays, as he said, the videos they show are done in almost cartoon fashion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are.
So it doesn't have the impact. It doesn't have the impact that it used to in the old days. You know, now a lot of the stuff that in workshops is not done by hand. It is done by CNC lathes and computerized. So it is safer in one respect, but there is still a risk. There's still risks involved.
They're still reaching over that machine trying to do this or that or adjust a flow nozzle for coolant, and you get wrapped up.
The thing is, the newest machines, they're enclosed, and you can't operate them until you're outside.
And that door is shut, right?
And the door's shut.
And
but
you can't, or they lock the doors as well. It won't open the doors until the full procedure's disengaged. Yeah.
Yeah, the electronic locks on them now. But the machines I've worked in shops though where the only thing there was a splash screen for coolant.
Yeah.
Or people take off the screen, the safety screen, because it gets in the way.
It gets gummed up and you can't see what you're doing.
Gets in the way. Yeah. I mean, I've done that. I've taken the safety screens off because they stopped me being able to get to what I was doing.
Well, shit, we've got a machine at the shop. It's got to be from 70s or 80s. We call it Killer. It's literally a single blade chopper for pipe, like a roll cutter. This fucking thing, it's easily the size of a small car. Easily.
Yeah.
It's got, I think the blade on it, it's probably got a 14-inch blade that comes down, but it's all on a single piece of like almost 1.5 inch threaded rod with the nice big handle on top, and that's how you adjust everything when it comes down. Man, I've seen guys go to run that thing and not realize that once you get that pipe spinning on those rollers and you got your cut started, you can't sit there and do this or that. No, you have to hit it a certain way to get it just enough drop to put pressure on it to cut that steel. Because if you don't, it's going to grip it one way or another. You're going to either shatter that blade or, God forbid, that pipe gets off those rollers. I've had roll cutters at the shop. A bent piece of pipe, went to go cut a piece of scrap up. The long end, as the cut went through, came out of the trough where the rollers were, hit me right in the ribs.
I mean, the thing is, I've worked with 50s and 60s Cincinnatis and the old Myfords and things like that. Once they're moving, they ain't stopping.
Nope.
Even with an electromagnetic lock brake on it.
Oh, there's still a hell of a wind down.
It'll take a half revolution minimum to stop.
Hey up, Gary.
And you're wrapped up.
Half a revolution is something broken.
Or you wrapped up inside that machine. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or dead.
I learned a long time ago to be very respectful of machines. And I've run a lot of different automatic machines and manual stuff. Yeah. Well, I've used stuff that's literally just post-war.
Say a lot of ours, we still have old stuff like that in the shop, but it's never going to go bad if you maintain it properly. So why replace type thing? Yeah. You know, well, we've got one. It's all hydraulic runs. You think what pressure-wise you're looking at with hydraulic lines, like 3/4 inch hydraulic lines. Well, it's got a set of jaws that go and it grabs the cast iron fitting that you pre-start under the threading on a pipe, and another set grabs the pipe and it winds it down. So you think how much pressure it's really putting on everything. Mm-hmm. New guy came in, he went to go slide that pipe into it, had his thumb sitting on top of the pipe. The jaws that grabbed the pipe came in, grabbed his thumb, grabbed his glove, locked into it, and these machines, as soon as that jaw closed, it starts running. There's no, it's an automatic, you know. Well, let's just say he decided to take a little trip in as a windmill over that piece of pipe several times before someone was able to shut the machine off. It spun his ass that many times.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember how bad they said the actual like dislocation was, but his arm was pretty much almost torn off because it took his body weight and was flailing him by his arm.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll do serious damage, you know.
Yeah, I've worked on machines, like I say, the stuff from the 50s and 60s had no safeties.
I like the stuff. I like the old Myfoots and stuff like that.
The thing is, those old machines, you could adjust them, you could reset them, you could sort all of the beds out on them, make sure everything was true, and keep them running to tolerances that in America you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. Well, it gave you the proper ability to maintain your machine and actually keep it dialed in like that and keep the slop out of everything.
What you mean? Not the usual one that Tyler goes with half inch either way.
Yeah.
Hey, you're close.
That's not a tolerance.
It is from my wife.
That's a guess.
I've
worked on machines with tolerance of half a thou.
Yeah.
That were made in the 50s.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like I had to run this past week that I worked, and working a Saturday, I had to work on a different line, which I hate doing because most guys do not maintain their machines, like, at all. I could have, like I said, hours could have been spent trying to get this machine back to just physical operation, let alone dialing the machine, the computer, and everything else. The guy that runs it before I ran it the day before, it's running beautiful, it's running perfect. How? How is it running with any kind of efficiency whatsoever? Every bushing, every bearing, everything is out of tolerance, so I have slop in it and everything else.
I've worked with a parting machine. The head was about 16 inches in diameter, had 4 separate cutting tools, so it could put a radius on and part off. It spun the head, and the steel tube that it was parting stayed static, and it was all run by pneumatics.
This is great. If I put messages up from Mel, it blocks out Tyler's face. We know. Why do you think we're all on the dark side, Mel?
And it's not shitty Starbucks coffee either.
No, it's not.
What do we run on this side? Caffeine, nicotine, bad decisions, and well, that's about it.
Yeah. I like my coffee.
And a level of sarcasm that people think you're being aggressive.
My coffee is like my heart, black and evil.
Oh, my coffee's evil, but I do have a tiny amount of milk in it. But that's because, it's about that much in the bottom of the cup. But that cup's taking 6 shots of espresso.
You just reminded me, right? And the English, the British people in here will appreciate this one. I remember going on a train journey. I've not been on a train for years, okay? And this was, it wasn't British Rail, but it was on a train. And British Rail always had a reputation. If you went and got tea or coffee or anything, you know when you get a sandwich and it dries out and it goes it goes like that, it goes to that. Yeah, that's British Rail sandwiches, which they overcharge
daily.
The tea and the coffee, well, it doesn't matter which you have, it tastes the same shit. And I remember getting a cup of coffee on a British Rail train. Okay, well, it wouldn't have been British Rail, but whoever it was, might have been Virgin actually. And I left the plastic stirrer in it.
Oh, no.
I shit you not, the plastic stirrer disappeared. And I drank the entire cup of coffee and never found the stirrer. Now, what I want to know was, where did the stirrer go?
And how the hell did they get the coffee that hot?
Oh, yeah, the classic one, and I've seen them do it. I don't know if you have it in the States. You know when you get the big trays where they put all the cups?
Oh yeah,
And then
those
they get
little
a big
styrofoam, not styrofoam, but little cardboard trays that don't work for anything.
the cup, throwaway cups. And they get the pot of tea and they don't aim for the cup. They just literally pour it straight over. And it sort of hits the cups. Yeah. And it all goes into a drain tray underneath. And I know for a fact what they used to do on the bricks rail trains is get the drain tray, tip it back in the teapot, and then reheat it.
Yeah.
And you pay probably now about £4-5 for a cup of coffee on the train, probably more than that. Honest
And
to
that's
God,
what you're drinking.
It is the shittiest coffee imaginable. It's one thing since I quit drinking that I still love is my coffee. I love coffee. I enjoy good coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Same as Bill. Yeah, I whether you like it as strong as me, most probably don't. But I like a nice coffee. Oh yes. Bit of behemoth.
See, I don't even drink coffee anymore.
Yeah, that's Behemoth's own coffee.
The thing is, right, Tyler.
Oh, you did get some?
Yeah.
You drink, but you drink energy drinks.
Nope. I drank energy drinks for, like I said, 15 odd years roughly. I quit those about a year and a half ago now. Shit.
Horrendously bad for you, these energy drinks.
I finally got off those. I went to coffee just to maintain, being able to function at work. And then I literally quadrupled at least my water intake per day and watched my food intake and the calories I was putting in, what calories I was putting in. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drinks. I don't drink anything. I no longer take cans of pop to work or like sweet tea or anything. All I drink is water all day. That's it.
This is the trouble, and I'm not having a dig at America because the UK is as bad with a lot of people. They live on what you call soda pop, fizzy drinks, which contain shit.
You went to Alabama. Let me get a fizzy drink.
But they do. They live. That's like over here. Everybody lives on a lot of people live on fizzy drinks, like Coke, Pepsi, all that sort of stuff, or energy drinks. And like we said the other night, Red Bull. Red Bull nearly cost me a lot of time in prison. That's all I'm going to say about it. You've heard part of the story. But part of the reason my brain went like it does, and I put down to the Red Bull. Because I used to drink Red Bull. If I was working, I'd do probably 10, 15 cans of Red Bull a night.
Holy shit.
So I'm not, when I say...
When you're going through a case of Red Bull a night,
energy drinks are bad for you. I'm not saying it by going, you're a fucking idiot. I'm saying it because they are.
You've had complications from doing so.
Yeah, it's not good for you mentally as well. It affects your mental health because the chemical levels in your brain go.
You remember when we used to be able to get the big bottles, glass bottles of Coke, the original recipe Coke?
Fucking hell, yeah.
I used to stop off at a garage on my way home from work, buy a bottle of that, drink it at the counter, grab another bottle, pay for that, and I'll drink that riding motorbike home.
Yeah, but the problem was, Bill, when we were doing that, when we were younger, I don't know, like a bunch of old farts tonight. When we were younger, it was seen as it was a soft drink, we call soft drinks, Tyler. It's like non-alcoholic.
It wasn't alcohol.
Same thing over here, Matt. Exact same thing.
So it was okay for you.
Right. Mm-hmm. So we have the same idea.
And of course, the sugar levels then cause other complications.
Side note, because you said it that way, I figured out why my sugar's been messed up this week, most likely. There was a recall for the non-sugar Dr. Pepper that was being filled with regular sugar Dr. Pepper. So what I thought this is not guaranteed, but there is a possibility. The reason that I've been drinking full sugar soda all week. That I've had full sugar soda all week and thought I didn't, and that's why I haven't been balanced properly.
I wouldn't be shocked, to be honest with you, Tyler. And that is dangerous, you know.
And this came out in the same week that the alcoholic seltzers, the vodka seltzers, were accidentally put into Celsius energy cans and sold.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you actually look at Dr. Pepper's ingredients and look at the levels, that's got as much caffeine as most of the energy drinks.
Yeah.
You see, I'd sooner just drink the coffee. If I want caffeine, I'll drink coffee. It's much better for you. I'm not saying too much coffee is great for you. It's not.
Well,
because obviously it's a diuretic as well. So it dehydrates you, caffeine. But you're safer drinking coffee than you are energy drinks. Because some of these energy drinks,
the chemicals and the amount of them. And
I mean, some of the shit that America, and I'm not just blaming America, but some of the drinks that were coming out, they were coming out with like, they had what I know you had one called cocaine.
I still have Matt. I will go through my closet. I have the T-shirt. I literally have the branded T-shirt for when they had it. It was a cinnamon-based energy drink. I'm telling you what, it was a small Red Bull can size, probably like a 12 ounce at the most. Holy, you couldn't drink more than one. You couldn't. You were racing.
They now in the UK they've started doing CBD based energy drinks.
Yeah, they've been doing them for years,
and they're actually quite nice. They are, and they do work. They actually do help with in
pain relief and yeah.
I just don't do too much CBD because it would affect me badly.
This is it's probably only a U.S. thing, but we do have some people here who are stateside. If you have teenage kids whatsoever, please let them go to the gas station by themselves. They have a new thing. It's the same size as a 5-hour energy shot. It's called a feel free, I think it was. It is literally a kratom mix. It has been out. All the vape shops over here literally say kratom on the sale signs outside neon lights. Keep that in mind. But no, it's a kratom mix in a liquid, and they said it is so strong that within the week they've had it on the market and the week they've had it in gas stations, the same people will be in that gas station a minimum of a half dozen times that day to get another bottle.
What are the FDA doing, allowing it again?
And kratom's everywhere over here. Like, I'm not kidding you. I can go to any vape shop within 50 miles. They will all carry some form of kratom. All of them.
And
what gets me with the FDA, the FDA's got a weird policy. Anything is allowed until you can prove it's harmful.
Mm-hmm. To a certain level, it has to be harmful. It can be harmful up to a certain point.
Yeah, harmful up to a certain level.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harm to a person varies with the person, surely.
Well, that's our form of harm reduction, Matt.
Yeah.
You're reducing the harm by what you're introducing because it could be worse, right?
Well, certainly.
The first time something is proven to be harmful anywhere in the rest of the world, it's withdrawn from the market
until it's proven safe.
Right. I had to explain to the kids the other day about food coloring again on the fact of we're the only country that still allows that crap in our food.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. We have to prove it's safe. That you have to prove it doesn't kill you.
I mean, it's like you said
too quickly. It can kill you, but it's going to take a long enough time.
You know, they're laughing at you Wednesday night because you took 3 bottles of water to work. It's not a bad thing to have plenty of water.
Oh, no.
It's good for you, Mel.
I just in a 10-hour day at work, I go through easily 120, 140 ounces of water just at work.
It helps. It helps keep your things like your liver, your kidneys, and your system flowing. You know, it keeps it pure, keeps it more pure.
So,
especially,
Matt, if it keeps you pure, you haven't had water in decades, have you, bud?
No, I just drink. I do have water
in your coffee.
Filtered through coffee beans. Yeah, filtered through coffee. Yeah.
I have water 3 times a day when I take my tablets.
You sick bastard.
Yeah, well, not allowed to take them with anything else. And
you waterist.
And several of my medications say no caffeine until half an hour after I've taken them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my thyroid ones say that as well.
No kidding.
There's nothing wrong with the flavored water.
A minimum of half an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. My thyroid ones say that, and I have 2 others that say it as well.
And Matt, you're talking about everybody that drinks, pop and soda and stuff for meals and everything else. Hey, Mike. I actually saw a study the other day about what carbonated drinks do to you if you choose that for during meals as opposed to just something to drink otherwise.
Yeah.
Anything carbonated, anything, could be carbonated water to beer to whatever, it releases obviously CO2 into your gut, which decreases the acidity of your gut. So unless you have my issue where you have, GERD and have an obscene amount of acid 24/7, you're now lowering your natural acid level in your stomach. And when you eat, well, why is it not breaking down? Why do I not have energy from eating the size meal? Why do I feel like crap? Well, you probably made your body forcefully remove most of the nutrients without actually digesting it.
The thing is, Gary, is you should be drinking at least 2 liters of water a day. At least you need to be drinking plenty to hydrate your system. You need your body needs.
I was going to say, here's a strange one, and I know in America they don't bother with it anywhere. Anywhere that serves straight espresso, and if they serve ristretto, will always serve you with the glass of water that is at least double the volume. And if they don't, they shouldn't be serving coffee.
Can I just make a point here? There is a reason that the Americans don't drink espresso. Okay, there's a reason.
Oh, no, they do.
It's
just 15 shots added to anything else.
During the Second World War, when the Americans arrived in Italy, I can't remember where it was. I think it might have been Napoli.
It was.
The American soldiers couldn't handle proper coffee, espresso coffee, okay? So the locals came up with something, and they added 2 parts water to 1 part coffee, hence the Americano.
I was going to say the Americano, right? Yeah.
Right? Because the American soldiers couldn't handle coffee.
And that wasn't even espresso. That wasn't even espresso. That was just normal coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
During the war,
if you use espresso, it's 5-1.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, you might call me Uncle Albert. At least I don't look like Uncle Albert with my beard. How you doing anyway, Mike? Been a while.
How you doing, Mike?
Old, bald, and
in pain like the rest of us.
Well, he is a pain, yeah.
That's a start.
That's always a start.
I sometimes wonder first thing in the morning.
I mean, I asked you guys last week how you were doing midday, and I get the same response from 3 of you. I'm breathing. I woke up. Okay, well we're going the right direction, I guess. Let's keep going. Ball is rolling, guys. Let's see how the day carries us.
This you're not going to get a sensible answer. I guarantee.
I don't expect a sensible answer.
You're never going to get one that time of day.
How are you doing? Alive?
Yes.
No, I didn't die in my sleep, so I'm okay.
Right. The apnea didn't take me again, damn it. But you know what? Let's see.
That's the one, Mike, isn't it? It's just varying degrees of it.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Mm.
Friday, the day of the funeral, I actually woke up and I don't know if I know how my blood issues are anyway. And if I lean the wrong way, it pinches off blood flow and I lose feeling in there, you know. I don't know how I slept, whatever it was. It took hours for all my fingertips to stop being half numb. Because I could just feel that, sting in every bit of it. And I finally got myself moving enough.
That's what your mum's comment was about.
I'm afraid to ask.
Well, she did say she was wondering if it'd be a double burial, were you?
Oh, do you want to know what I did say to her in the middle of the funeral home? You'll love this.
Oh, God.
So she says that one of our family members told her, hey, in a joking way, no, go. Adult conversation. Go, Miss Thing. No. Nope. But they said basically jokingly, hey, don't ever pass away. I couldn't imagine going to your funeral. I said, don't worry about it. Just leave me his power of attorney when you die. She goes, and she thought about it for a quarter second, goes, no, I won't. She says, I do not want to be preserved and stuffed and mounted standing in the corner of your living room for the rest of my existence. I said you wouldn't. I said you wouldn't be though. I said you wouldn't be just standing there. You wouldn't be useless. Your hand would be out for a coat rack.
So is your mum saying we can stuff her?
No, she said the exact opposite of this, man.
I'm going to send her I'm going to send your mum a message asking if we can stuff her.
The bad part, the bad part is because she wouldn't get the British like she'd be like, "You want to do turkey? What?
Inappropriate."
No, it's the chicken all over again. God dang it!
No,
chicken all over again.
No.
Frank wasn't there for that one, dude. We sat there, we were watching what
they did to that chicken.
Try to do chicken.
Mm.
You don't stuff a chicken with your whole fist. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is going back to sort of a bit of last week's show, kind of in a comical way, is that chicken was well and truly violated.
It was.
If you saw the video, you would agree.
I have never seen a sexual abuse of a chicken.
Of poultry. Right.
Plucked.
Well and truly, mate.
Well and truly plucked, yeah.
They didn't even choke.
Truly plucked, yeah.
They didn't even choke the damn thing to make the joke.
I am going to bring up video up in a bit to show Craig as a chef to get his opinion.
Think about that point of view.
Get a professional opinion as a chef. It
Lee,
might as well have been.
Lee, behave yourself.
Godly. It was just. It was horrible. It was.
There was buttered onions, chicken, and earlobes everywhere, man. It was awful.
And
it was perverted.
And a hand involved that kept wiping his nose, and it
on the same towel that he was cooking with.
Oh,
lovely.
Oh, just scratch me balls and stuff this chicken,
Shit, I dropped the chicken on the floor. Get it up real quick. Put it back on the board.
Nobody
10-second rule. 10-second rule. It's been 25 minutes. 26-minute rule.
What's these crunchy bits? Oh, that's toenails.
I knew I forgot to sweep.
Some people just shouldn't be allowed to go in a kitchen at all, and that's one of them, definitely.
My biggest thing is, how do you call a shitty, cheap frozen meal budget cooking? You're not cooking, and it's not. No, it's cheap shit that you're reheating. That's all you're doing, and doing it badly.
Oh,
Yeah, I
don't
saw
get
that
me
as well.
started on that one, Mike.
Fucking
But-
ridiculous.
Hold on.
That I'll bring it up.
Okay.
What
This-
the?
This has been going round for a while. This has been on Facebook and everywhere,
What?
right? And it
So
really.
what if
right, and
what if
I'll
they can't
explain-
communicate and they say no?
I'll explain on a serious note, okay? And this is going back to last week's show, okay? Because of the abuse that I went through, I've always had an issue changing Gwendolyn and my son. I mean, I don't change him now because he's, well, 28. But anyway,
You have to let things happen. That it is what it is.
Now, you know.
Mm.
But when they were kids, I always had an issue with changing them. And that seemed to stem from my own issues with the abuse I went through and blah, 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 blah. Not boring you with that. But this stupid bitch came out with, you should now ask a baby if they want their nappy changing.
There's normally a clue. It's the baby's look of. I've been screaming my fucking head off for half an
They're
hour.
uncomfortable.
Mm.
They're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They're getting sore or whatever. They
Yeah.
need to be changed.
Mm.
But what
So-
amazes me about this is what you're saying, this stupid cow is saying, the more I thought about it, the more it triggered my head, is what she is saying is anybody who changes a baby is therefore thinking of a baby in the way a paedophile would.
And you need consent from the child
No,
to
they're
take care
not.
of their needs.
And I really, really, really am offended by that because that is one thing I certainly would not look on
God.
any child ever.
Well, and where does this start at? Is this start at birth or at a certain age? Because obviously, under a certain age, they can't communicate properly. They can't tell you their needs by
They
any
have
means.
no. The only
Mhm.
communication they've got is they will cry, which indicates
They
they
can't.
need food,
Multiple
feeding,
things.
they need changing, they need
Exactly.
sleep.
Attention, whatever,
They
coddling,
can't.
whatever.
You say they can't. They can because they cry. They
Right,
cry.
but they can't tell you individual needs, is what I'm
They
saying. You know what I
can't tell
mean?
you in words.
Yeah.
But they can communicate because they cry in certain tones and certain ways.
Yeah,
If they're upset, if they need their nappy or diaper in America, but they
Well,
need,
yes, yeah.
need to be changed for a clean one. If they're uncomfortable because they're in pain with wind or something like that, you get as a parent, you
You hear the tone difference. Yeah,
you know the
definitely.
different cries, don't you? You think
yeah.
you know when they're playing you up as well. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Do you look at them and go, stop it,
Oh,
turn it
sure.
off because you're so full of it.
So, and I bet you any money she isn't even a parent.
Probably not.
Probably
She's
not.
just looking to make an issue out of something so she can get famous for it.
Mm.
Just honestly, Mike, I don't get people like that. I really don't.
Gary, I've seen those stories of I never gave my parents consent to have me. Really, I would love to
Yeah.
figure out how that would work. How would you have given consent for them to have sex to create you? Please tell me how you would have done that.
If I was from Alabama, I'd just walk up and shoot them.
You know what? That's it.
Well,
I am fighting for my right to have babies. This is bullshit.
Sorry, Loretta.
It is the Romans' fault. Oh wait, no, it's not.
So we've got Loretta Jr.
Mm.
It's just convenient that your mother.
It's convenient as fuck, isn't it?
So,
That's
which
why
do you
I had
prefer?
to show, that's why I showed her that video.
Do you prefer Loretta or Junior?
One of these days, your mum is going to watch some of this show and catch us like talking about Loretta, and we're going to be in proper shit.
Oh, she knows how we are. She knows how we are. I warn people every time I try to invite anybody to watch a show. I'm like, just so you know, before you tune in.
I'll get an official complaint off your mum on the YouTube.
Why did the channel have a strike? Angry mother. Mothers against Matt Chandler.
Won't be the first time.
That's why I said mothers. So I'm sure there's been at least 2 or 3 over the years that say, if you don't stay
No
the hell away
comment.
from my daughter, if you don't stay the hell away from my daughter.
Oh, I've had a few of those mothers. Hang on.
I know it's after the watershed, but we're not doing them stories now.
Oh. Well, no, there was one of those mothers who, no.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
More than once.
Tyler's looking puzzled now.
And in the case of one of them, I had to disappear from the area rather quickly because her husband found out.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, her husband was connected with the business community.
Oh, Bill.
I'll put this in your head, Tyler. My mate's mother party. I was 17.
Now, question: are you and him still mates, or did that end?
I'm not telling you the rest of the story till after the show.
No, but I'm saying, are you and him still mates, or did that ruin things a little bit?
Yeah, we are still friends, actually. Me and his dad aren't, but it's it's a good party, though.
I mean, I know somebody that basically the two were married. She decided that she liked his dad more, and well,
it didn't go down very well at the time, although his mother did.
Fucking hell.
Oh, dear.
All I will say is it's very worrying when you feel a third hand.
Especially when it's not the daughter.
Followed by the rest of a third person.
It was the husband.
He just wanted to. Hey, there was a pineapple on the doorbell. You should have expected what happened. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, don't start with the. Over here, it's more like the small bowl on the centre of the table with the car keys.
Oh, the key bowl.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the 70s, Matt. We're not going to key parties.
Hey, I'm just
saying.
It
still happen.
It still goes on over here. It goes on. Well, we know it goes
I'm not going to say who invited me, but I was invited by somebody who is related, so made it really creepy to get the invitation. Hey, we're going to this party. You want to go? Okay, it's a Halloween party. Okay, before you say yes, just so you know, it's not a regular Halloween. I'm so happy I didn't just get Halloween party and decide to go.
There's just some things you just don't want to be invited to. They're just
right, especially not by certain people, man.
I think we've scarred Gary for life now. His innocent little mind is thinking about tea.
Hopefully it's a proper cup of tea, not a pissy water, dirty dishwater tea.
It will be one of the Irish teas.
No, as long as it's not like Vic's tea where it's 95% milk.
Oh,
that's what I was meaning.
That's not tea.
For me personally, my favourite, if it's tea, is Yorkshire tea. I do like a good Yorkshire tea.
See, I've tried going down like the general tea route. I've never went very far into it because you get very, very generic off the shelf. Nothing over here that's really worth.
See, you must be able to get them over there. Go and get some Yorkshire tea bags.
Like I think I have like Earl Grey, stuff like that in the cabinet still. No. But that's suggested what you get over here is stuff like that. Chamomile, Earl Grey, you know what I mean?
Just go and get
chamomile soap.
I thought so. I thought it was just me not liking tea.
Go and buy.
No, chamomile is soap.
It is. It's fucking
He only bought it because he probably wanted to say tea. Earl Grey, hot.
You got me on that one, Craig. That had to be a British reference.
Thank you, Lee. You just reminded me of something. You know, when you on your Facebook, you get adverts come up for things that are coming out or things you've looked on, and then suddenly it appears on your Facebook.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because I'm always looking at like hi-fi stuff and new stuff, amps coming out and everything. And I was looking up about Atmos and Dolby Atmos the other day. And some idiot company have come up with a. You remember you used to be able to get the like pictures that you then could put music in. So you had a picture of your mum or your nan or whatever.
Oh,
And
the
then
frames
and you could put an SD card in and it would play music, right? It's great for like birthdays for elderly people. Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Mm-hmm.
They've now released one and they claim it does full Atmos. How the fuck does a picture frame do full Atmos out of one speaker?
Out of one speaker.
That's a hell of an achievement.
Right.
Fuck off. It's my response to that.
Is it dual mesh?
Atmos minimum. Atmos full Atmos minimum is 14 speakers. Proper. Full Atmos.
You can get away with 11, but you need a damn good bass.
Oh, full Atmos, really, you need 2 subwoofers. So, in my opinion, but this is me. And you are not going to get it through one shitty Chinese speaker.
Especially one this fucking thick. Like,
you know, one Temu special speaker does not produce good quality sound. I'm sorry.
But it's waterproof, Matt. It's waterproof. You can take your pictures in the shower.
I don't care if it's lube proof. Why you need a picture in the shower? What you get up to in your shower is up to you.
No. I know you gave me an idea though. I'm gonna make a new product.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lube-proof laptop, and it's gonna be sold only in Manchester. I'll sell billions.
Well, you'll sell one for definite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe in 15, 20 years when it's so out of date that it won't function anymore, then he'll buy one.
How did you get chicken stuffing in the USB-C port?
No, the headphone jack.
My chicken won't connect to the laptop.
I can hear the chicken squawking, but the speakers aren't doing anything.
Oh dear. On a serious note, or semi-serious, has anybody looked at anything this week to buy?
Besides the Blaze Pro Max and the new Solo, not really. Like I said, the Swordfish 2 from Rock Mods is coming out, but from the owner, they're trying to retail it here at $450 a mech.
$450 for that is overpriced.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I knew you would have done.
But the Russian mods have been overpriced for a long time.
Yeah,
well, yeah.
And I guarantee you there'll be a clone of it coming out soon.
Well, you could get something from the Philippines hand engraved that for the same price. It's got way more detail. All actually one person handmade engraved. You know that took somebody a few weeks to make. That I get the price on. It takes too long time to produce the product. Yeah. These don't look that way. Look like they made 100 or 200 per batch and kept running.
The one thing I was thinking about was that Vandy Gemini thing.
Yeah, the RBA for it does make it look useful to me.
Mm.
In
the
answer
thing
to
is, that empty pod it's actually got a 510 thread on it as well. So you can only use RBAs that have got 510 threads on them. But then does that mean you can rebuild it on the open pod?
You should be able to.
Possibly.
You should be able to, yeah. Build it on the open base. So
yeah,
you won't have to muck around.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's supposed to take a Borough RBA.
Yeah, there's a separate Borough pod.
Yeah.
You
You
can
get
buy
a Borough. You can get it just empty, and you can stick your own Borough RBA in it.
Yeah, but that's also a fact that both the Borough pods, the one with the RBA and the one without the RBA, are 510 threaded.
Yeah, but most of my Borough RBAs have a 510 thread on them.
Yeah.
I see. Isn't it mostly on like really high end stuff that doesn't have and they have to have an adapter for them?
Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
Most of the ones I've got will screw onto the top of a mod.
Mm.
You've just got to remove the
what
threaded
I'm thinking about
sleeves.
is you take the base of the pod off, thread the RBA onto it, and fire it on the device. So you don't even have to find a mod.
I mean, I'd be interested to see about that.
I know that Shrek had done a review on the device, but he's doing. I think he said he was doing a separate one on the RBA for it.
I looked at the RBA, and the RBA doesn't look all that different to the. That's one I've got here.
Rattle.
Right. Not go rate mods.
That one.
Yeah.
Isn't that the new one? Well, newer.
Yeah.
In answer to your question, Gary, editing APKs, yes, it depends what you want to edit them with. We were talking about you, not to you.
Yeah.
Shut it, Fred.
His ears started ringing.
I know his ears were burning.
It depends what you want to do, Gary, with APKs. What coding you want to do. Yes, I have done coding on APKs for Android stuff. So Lee's got new mics to go with the drone and some more pedals.
I feel a review coming out.
Well, another one. He's always bringing more fucking reviews out.
It's like he's trying to actually, grow this channel somewhere.
Yeah, I tell you what, his channel's doing. Lee's channel's doing really well.
No, it really is. I can't give him any more credit for how much work he puts in to keep it going.
I'm not giving him any fucking credit.
Hey, he didn't give you shit for credit for your lyrics, so it's fine.
No, he said he wasn't taking the blame for the lyrics. There's a difference.
Oh, right.
Hey, I've got some. Lee's already got some lyrics, but I've got another set of lyrics that I need to send him over. He sent some. Gave some lyrics to somebody at work, and they took one look at them and just went, "Fuck, this person needs help." Well, you might be right.
Oh, see, Lisa's stealing mics now.
3,409 subs. Not bad going.
Nope, that's not bad at all.
Be nice to get up to like 3,500. Yeah, I've got that. I've got the lyrics for that, Lee, and I've got some more horror lyrics that are pretty dark. Even I think they're dark. Maybe too dark. Any good or not, Shrek? The Vanny Vape Gemini. And don't say we need to watch your review because I can't be asked.
Right, don't be that guy. Matt, what old mech did you pull out of the toolbox this week? See, that matches really well. Obviously, it was done together, but still.
1 of 3.
Which one is that?
Button needs cleaning.
It looks like an overpowered Modco almost logo, but I don't think it is.
It's Armageddon.
Stockholm, no. I looked at the RBA that comes with it, and it doesn't look too bad.
Yes, Lee, you'll need to do some death metal. Definitely death metal.
Like heavy.
Too heavy for you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're talking real dark, real heavy.
Behemoth.
Yeah. Lyrics are brutal.
That's what I like about Behemoth, though. The lyrics there are brutal.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think you're gonna have to. We'll have a chat about it, Lee. Have a chat about it, mate. And my lyric writing tends to go with my mood. So sometimes if I get in a real dark mind, my writing can get very, very, very dark. Pretty brutal. It's good though, writing lyrics, because you can say what you want in lyrics within reason.
Well,
I thought you called me poo then, Mike. Oh, that needs me to read it. I wouldn't go that far.
Matt, if you needed to have a Dave break, buddy, just go have a Dave break. It's fine.
No, I don't need to. I've already done it.
Well, Mike seemed concerned, so.
That's what I don't want to be brutal in real life, you see, Shrek. I like to find other ways of venting my thoughts, should we say.
I was going to say, I've got books that I daren't let people read.
Yeah, but it's not, I mean, that's what you do is you know, be it put pen to paper or on your computer or whatever. It means you can get those thoughts out of your head, which everybody has dark thoughts, and anybody who doesn't is fucking lying, because we all do.
We all do, yeah.
It's just a way of dealing with them. I mean, now and again, it's nice to just let loose and rip into somebody, but it's.
I mean, for several years during Folk Week, we had a poetry course that I used to do every year, and it was a 1-week course each year, and sometimes what I wrote, I couldn't read to the rest of the people on the course. Occasionally, though, I would show them to the person running the course who is a published poet.
Yeah.
And then occasionally, though, I'd surprise her because I'd be in a really romantic mood, and what I wrote was actually very romantic.
That's when she got worried, when he was in a romantic mood.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You know, you're right, Gary. It's the good thing about writing stuff down is you can write it down in, like I say, in a letter or a journal or on your phone or your computer, whatever. You can stick that away somewhere. Then, if later on you want to go back and look at it and read it, fine. If you don't, then just leave it. But it is worth. I just think it's worth people having, and I am being serious now. It is worth people having outlets with things like that, because if you store up too much anger, thoughts from the past, things that might have happened in your past, I don't know, those negative thoughts really can really fuck you up in life.
Or things that affect you and annoy you that's happening in the world outside of your personal life.
I noticed years ago, Bill, I think because we've talked a lot about stuff like this. I years ago used to bottle a lot of stuff up, which I think came from my dad, because he was very much like that. Wouldn't talk about certain things, which his way of doing things. And then I'd notice I'd go from bottling it up, bang, it would all explode. And it would come out. And it was never at the person who caused it. It was at some poor innocent bastard who just happened to be in the line of sight.
Yeah. See, I'm still waiting for that day I'm waiting for that day to hit myself when I finally just explode.
Yeah, but that's you seriously need. That's why people need that. Like Lee uses his music to get. I mean, yeah, you all know Lee. As a person, Lee's as daft as they come, lovely guy. But when he has bad things happen or whatever, he puts it into his music. So use it into the music, do whatever he wants, and then you can go back to being sort of the chilled out person that he is. So it does make sense.
I've never found an outlet like that where I can actually get any of that out. I've always self-contained all that for my entire life.
Poetry, writing poetry, just writing simple verse. Start off in these courses. We always started the session with 10 minutes free writing. Don't think about it, no plan, no theme, no nothing. And just write. Whatever comes out, comes out. It doesn't matter. That is just to clear your head.
Okay.
Then start thinking about topics and write prose, poetry, however you want to put it, or whatever type you want. I mean, sometimes I would write sonnets. Sometimes I would just write simple five-liners and just go down. Sometimes we'd go through and you would pick up, we'd be given a theme, and then you would just, any words that theme brought to your mind, you just write down a list of words. Nothing organized, nothing structured, just a list of words. Then you start writing and using some of those words. And it's a process. It's a series of stages. And you then get something that you might like straight away. You get something that you might want to go back to a week later and completely rewrite it just because it's garbled at the time. But when you read it, you can decipher it and write it in a more organized way. And you might rewrite the same poem 5 times, 10 times.
Well, I mean, you said about Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe did no end of times.
Byron's notes were horrendous. The amount of notes that were written by him.
Erratic.
Well, he was. But Keats was the same.
The thing is, Mike, I know you've written down lyrics before. I know you've written down words and so on. It's worth doing. Because it gets those thoughts that you might be having Doesn't mean you have to share them necessarily, unless you wish to. But it might help you by putting those thoughts down, no matter how dark they are.
Ever since I was forced into therapy as a teenager and basically told, "Hey, you're insane if you think this way, and otherwise, whatever," I've hit every personal thought I've ever had ever since then.
No, there is no such thing as a wrong thought.
I like
there are thoughts that might not be right for society.
Mel's got quite a good form about that.
Yeah,
you all seem to have that outlet.
We tend to use that one quite a lot here.
Yep, that works well. That does, Mel. Yeah, I agree. If all else fails, you piss Tyler off.
I mean, yeah, Gary, you're right.
Wait till I actually let it get to me one day and you actually see me get angry.
I mean,
it takes so much, but I get to a bad point if I get actually angry.
I have no end of books that nobody will ever see.
Yeah.
And I've looked back and just picked random pages, and it's taken me back to where I was at that point in my life. The one thing that I always do is date the pages.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only thing
when you actually wrote it,
because it gives me a ground.
On a reference to where you were thinking and when you were thinking and what was going on at that time.
That's the only thing I always do. That's a thought. Where's G tonight?
I don't know.
He's probably in his room in the corner going, if Anthrax doesn't release this goddamn album.
No, we've worked out it's going to be 2028. Just because they're hoping to release a single at the end of this year doesn't mean the album will be done.
The thing is, Shrek, if you know yourself, you're getting to that point, is you definitely need to do something about that. Especially being a driver as well, you can't survive on 2 hours sleep a night.
Yeah.
As somebody who has insomnia, but the point is it's not a healthy option. It really, it's not gonna do you any good.
I realized last week how bad my sleep's been. I actually got you can tell those nights where you get into that deep REM sleep, you just tell the difference. It hit one of those nights. Woke up the next morning feeling, how you should properly after a good night's sleep. I'm like, it's been at least 2 years since I've actually slept like that. Then the rest of the week was shit and I didn't sleep all night, but
Just wondering, Shrek, is it maybe time that you thought about stepping back away from the bus driving? Because I'm nearly there myself.
Well, I mean, as a member of the public, one less bus wanker would be nice. I mean,
now the bus is 10 minutes late. God,
it's a difficult thing.
The other night. I was 20 minutes late the other night, and some wanker was like, "Oh, wait, yeah, well, it's a half-hour service, and I'm 20 minutes late. Oh, does that mean I don't have to pay?" Yes, you still have to pay.
You mean you have one of the moronic idiots
that you get at the till where they go to scan something? Oh, it doesn't scan. Does that mean it's free? Yes, because I'm going to throw it at your face. But now it's free. This can of beans is free now at full speed.
No, what
you've been doing a lot more public service work again.
What is annoying over here is the stupid comments that bus drivers get. is this the bus to such and such and such and such? When it's got it written on the front of the bus.
Yes, but you can't give a sarcastic answer because some of those people could be partially sighted and not see the front of the bus properly.
If they can't see the front of a bus, then they're not just short-sighted; they're blind.
Well, not just that. Don't you? I'm
Well,
sure you
my
have a
missus-
bus schedule.
With her sight problems, sometimes can't see the front of the bus.
Also, I'm sure you guys have a schedule that you can look at and know which location it has, which bus going where, right?
Craig is sticking
See,
up
the
for his
unfortunate
customers.
thing is they go and stand at the front of the bus rather than them looking at the timetable, which 9 times out of 10, most of them can't fucking comprehend what the hell it says anyway. Oh, when's the next bus to? Yeah, in about 10 minutes. The standard answer is always 10 minutes, whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's half an hour. It's always 10 minutes.
How long will the next bus be?
Even if one's just left, and it's another 25 minutes.
Yeah. How long will the next bus be? 38 feet.
38 foot. Yeah.
Why didn't you say something, Mel?
Hey, we were about yesterday just hanging out and bullshitting. You could have jumped in any time. Or private room or whatever,
No. Mel, just ping one of us.
The hardest part of it is going to be that part. Seriously, I've been through it. Actually being like, yes, I'm going to contact somebody and actually, that's the hardest part. Once you're in the room, it's way easier. Trust me.
I know, yeah, as Tyler said, it's not easy, but genuine. Just ping one of us or ping the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is that private chat for the group on Messenger, too. If you ever need to, you can get a hold of any of the admins personally or anything.
You can get a hold of any of us personally, or you can get any hold of the group private chat.
Better stop
using 15 meters. They can't understand 50 foot.
I better stop using the private chat for dick pics then.
Yeah, At least blur out the blow up doll.
Zoom into them.
Hey, that blow up doll takes ages to blow up.
It's like, ooh, zoom in. Maybe you need a holiday, Shrek.
That's actually a valid point, Craig. Shrek, when's the last time you actually took even a short holiday, even like a long weekend, just to get away from where you're at?
My last one was March, April, May, something like that.
You could go on a bus tour.
Yeah, but Expo's a few months ago.
Right. Another question. What's your sick policy?
Well, I'd say it's pretty twisted.
No, but...
And that's on policy.
Yeah, I mean, it does make it...
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, so it's SSP, right. So you don't get a sick pay then?
Oh, so you take a day off, you lose your pay for that day, period.
Normally for the sick pay with us lot, the first 3 days you lose. But then you have then you take the fortnight, put the 2 week signal in.
Shrek's on his period.
Well, it's like my work. They were nice enough to tell me that my aunt dying wasn't close enough of a family relation to be immediate family. Mm-hmm. So I either had to use vacation time or go unpaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the American system is so rigged. I mean, you don't get proper holidays anyway.
No. I mean, my shop does a little bit because there's a union shop. So, like, if it's a national holiday, yes, the shop is closed and we get paid for it. But they also have the policy in place. If for any reason anything happens, where you do not work a full work day the day before the holiday and the day after the holiday, the contract says they don't have to pay you for that holiday. So say you get horribly sick and you leave an hour early the day before the holiday, you just lost the next day's pay. I've literally stayed at work puking and unable to actually do anything, but I was still clocked in the building, so I got paid for the next day.
But that is such a wrong policy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're asking people to get hurt and sit there and run heavy equipment when you're physically ill to that degree. Oh yeah.
No, the thing is though, your actual number of holiday days is shit.
Yeah.
American work rules are fucking ridiculous. They really are.
Everything is in favour of the company. Nothing is in favour of the worker.
Unless you go work for like a small, like privately owned, like kind of remote work where it's a small like flower place, where you've got somebody that owns it's a personal, it's not a corporate, whatever. Then it's a little different. But unless you find those, you get lucky, and most of those can't afford to pay you what I get paid to do what I do. I mean, small mom and pop places can't afford to pay people that much.
Yeah, but the thing is, do those little places pay 28 days holiday? I doubt it.
I mean, no, nowhere near. Which is funny. Like, my niece works for a small place like that, and they literally told her because of the funeral, it wasn't a used vacation or sick, whatever. They said, okay, we're going to put it as a mental health day. You're still going to get paid. Don't come in tomorrow. Okay, that's how it should be handled.
That's the least of it, yeah.
Yes.
But I've got to the point where I actually feel bad having to go to my boss and be like, hey, I'm taking, Friday off in 2 days because somebody just died. Why should I feel guilty of taking a day off simply because of whatever, and policies that are in place?
Well, you shouldn't.
But how many days holiday do you have?
I'd have to actually go through and see which one the companies recognize as actual holiday, like national holidays for it, because they've got them in our work computer for the calendar on there.
Yeah, but surely you should know how many days your contract allows you per year.
I'd have to pull the contract out because it's
10
any contract.
days,
Bill.
15 days, 20 days.
It was written out. The whole thing was written out in lawyer speak, to where it's so much fun trying to decipher what the contract actually says and means.
That's why they do it, so you can't even be bothered to read it. That's why.
They've even got it in there in fine print. We found that if for any reason you're in your position and you're doing your job and they feel like you're not physically able to keep up with the quota that they expect, it's in writing. They can remove you from your position. Or if they think that your health is becoming any way negative on your performance.
See, Lee said 25 days. Most places in your contract of employment, there are specified days. You have.
I said I'd have to look. I haven't looked that closely at that.
X number of days holiday that are your holiday, not national holidays, per year.
Oh, like that? Oh no,
Yeah.
we have the national holidays. We have a certain number of vacation hours we accrue. We have 2 unpaid sick days. The only reason we have those 2 sick days is so that we don't get negative attendance points that can cause us to get terminated. Because you only get 6 days and 7 is your termination. And that's it. There is nothing else.
You see, that is abysmal. Absolutely abysmal.
Like I'm lucky I've been there as long as I have been, and I get almost 90 hours of vacation a year, and that's that in those 2 sick days. That's all I get.
90 hours.
Yep.
So not
that's
even.
That's after being there for.
That's not even 2.5 weeks.
And that's after being there for. I've been there almost 7 years now, roughly.
Yeah, but that's not even 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
where I worked, it was 25 days.
No, God, no, nowhere near. And keep in mind, you have to use 8 hour, and you have to use an 8 hour pay max per day. So you work in 10-hour days, you can only use an 8 hour time slot.
When I started for the company, it was 20 days, and every year you got an extra day on top in holiday, up to a maximum of 35 days paid holiday per year.
Oh, Bill, if I have to go to a doctor appointment, I have to schedule it. I have to go into work, and it has to be a minimum 2 weeks, schedule it, go in and request the day off, and use personal vacation hours just to go have a doctor appointment.
That is ridiculous. That is
making America great again.
Oh, it's been like this forever, but this is nothing new, Matt.
But that's my point, though. In America, your system is so rigged against the workers.
I mean, when I worked management at fast food for those 6-7 years, at the end of it, I capped out at a week. Yeah, about a week, maybe 40-45 hours max of vacation a year.
That is fucking abysmal.
And keep in mind, it was 7-8 years ago when I quit that job, but I capped out at $11 an hour. And like I said, so that was 2018 roughly.
But this is the point, though. The American system makes for sick people.
Yeah.
In every way. Oh yeah. Like
because
when COVID happened and it started kind of dying down a little bit, they basically realized that people missing work for COVID was an issue. Even though we got no hazard pay for staying at work during COVID, we were told you do not get paid for leave during COVID if you get sick and have to leave work for a week, 2 weeks, whatever. And then after COVID lightened up, they went from you can't be in the shop if you even have a cough to, well, you just need to wear a mask and get to your station and do your job and come in every day. We're not excusing you for COVID symptoms for not coming into work.
Well, that's because your boss is an arsehole. Well,
he's also on the board of for the hospital, like one of the head people of the board for the local hospital, and told us how important it was to stay away from each other and give distance and wash your hands, sanitize. And you know, we sanitized our areas and machines with during COVID. A bottle of very watered down bleach water that they refilled every day. We had to spray our area down with it, let everything, mind you, all exposed steel, so your whole area was a rust pile the next morning.
This is also the same health people who said you need to take these injections and you need to take these tablets, which are now being proven to cause cancer in people.
Which ones are you talking about specifically? Because there's been several.
The injections that were brought in America.
For COVID?
Yeah, the COVID injections and all of the COVID stuff.
Do you notice that Pfizer, one of the major contributors to the vaccines and everything, now has preventative, not cure, but preventative tablets if you have COVID symptoms?
Yeah.
You do realize.
I heard. No, go ahead, man.
I said at the time, COVID, biggest load of bollocks ever. Okay, there was a flu epidemic. There is a difference between COVID and flu. I'm sorry. Yeah. There were people who were very ill with what was called COVID.
Yeah, there was people doing that around here. Shrek, jumping on the bus.
I'm sorry, there were people who were very poorly with the flu. They were very ill. But a lot of those people had pre-existing illnesses, then got flu on top and became ill. That is terrible. It's a shame. It's awful. But isn't it amazing how they brought out this new injection, and that new injection suddenly
was all ready to go so quickly?
Didn't go through any testing whatsoever and was given to everybody worldwide.
Well, no, it went through testing. Remember, they were testing it a year before COVID happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
The Pfizer one was definitely dodgy.
Wasn't it amazing?
The AstraZeneca one, they were genuinely already working on a vaccine.
Similar, yeah. Well, and then like all these big companies like Procter and Gamble over here, which does everything from diapers to toilet paper and paper, all that, right? They released last week that tariff prices have made their product margins go down. So literally, they're going to drastically increase the price of everything from toilet paper to diapers and baby wipes and all of. There are some people in America that can't even afford a pack of diapers anyway, because it's already $50-$60 for a pack of diapers. I couldn't imagine it going up anymore. You got, oh yeah, like the cheapest. I think the cheapest back when my kids were that little. Again, 5-6 years ago, you know, a cheapest pack like Walmart brand diapers was still $30 to $40 a pack.
I'm not denying.
I went into Aldi because Nine had the grandkids over, and she'd run out of nappies. I went over into Aldi, picked up a pack of nappies, £6.
Yeah.
No shit. No.
Mm.
God,
No, they
nowhere
definitely didn't
near.
come with shit. They were definitely clean.
No, they were clean.
Well, like, and think about formula prices. A small container of formula over here, especially depending on like you need like a sensitive stomach one or whatever, those small containers are $60 a piece.
The smallest of the formulas is still only what, £14?
It's about that, yeah.
Mm.
Like I'm gonna Google it so I'm not just talking out of my ass because I haven't looked at. No, yeah. So for Enfamil for the regular small container is $52.
That's fucking ridiculous. And I bet you've got sales tax on top of it.
Oh God, yes. Oh yeah, that's base price for any taxes or anything.
I have a recommendation for our American audience.
Stuff like infant formula, nappies, and all of that, 0 rated.
I have a recommendation.
Oh, no, everything like that is taxed over here. Everything.
Our American audience, a recommendation. If you cannot afford the price of toilet roll, use anything that has the name Trump on it.
I want it to absorb, not just smear.
T-shirts.
Red Trump hat with a brown line across it.
T-shirts, caps, anything like that. You'll be fine.
Gary,
better than that, you can even wash them out.
Gary, it's funny you should say that, because there is rumours going around at the moment about there being a possibility of there being a Chinese style possibility, and this is rumours, conspiracy rumours, but there are rumours that certain members of the Congress in America wish to bring in a law on the amount of children that Americans are allowed to have.
Which is funny because the parents with the super churches are simultaneously trying to put it into effect that you must have, as a female that can reproduce, you must have a minimum of one child.
You know, in my opinion, the best thing to happen to the UK and America and most of Europe is that all of the political people in charge, prime ministers, presidents, all of those, should all be taken out and destroyed. Because
he said Jehovah. He said Jehovah.
Don't, mate. Don't. I'm telling you, the way the system is going, it's heading for a fucking crash. And it's going to be a bad one.
Oh, it's not going to be a crash. It's going to be a full implosion.
Well, in America, you're heading for a total annihilation.
You've got
there's already a state trying to put into law and put segregation back into a town in like Alabama or something to make it a by law white only town.
You've got your moronic president who, in his wisdom, Russia had this drone attack on the oil refinery, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What did Trump do?
Oh, the you better not buy Russia's oil anymore thing?
He puts 2 nuclear class submarines off the coast of Russia. That is a declaration of war.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If he thinks Putin will withstand that and just go, that's all right, he's a fucking bigger moron than I thought he was. Because I tell you what, if he keeps pushing Putin, remembering Putin's going to die soon anyway, he's that man.
So why would he care?
He wants one thing. He wants his name in the history books.
So why not go drastic at the end?
Oh, yeah. And
there was that line, a dying tiger is most fierce at the end because he knows he's going to die.
Putin will fucking go, he'll go out with a bang. You just want to hope.
Trump tried to deny all this, but ever since the Ukrainian war started, Putin's been threatening Europe with going nuclear.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
and worse than that, he can do it.
Oh, easily.
That's a good point, actually. Lee just said it wasn't them that led the drone attack. Hold on a minute. You just bought a new drone. I'm noticing.
I've got a new drone as well.
So the drone attacks may have been a Yorkshire-based thing.
What,
the would-be drone operator strikes again.
You mean like my little toy in this bag?
Katie Price of Bonnie Blue as a present. That's toxic warfare, mate. That fuck, mate. Ugh.
Yeah, you mean like my nice little toy?
He's so pleased with himself on that one. He is.
I am. £45 with 2 spare batteries.
The state of the state of Yorkshire is trying to start a war against America.
Don't tempt me. Whilst Trump's in this country, I could do it quite happily.
I'm honestly surprised that he's comfortable enough to leave the country and go travel.
I think you get quite a bit of support.
I think if you look at certain records, it may be enforced.
It's just a thought I did not want in my head. Thank you for that, Shrek. That's just between Katie Price and fucking Bonnie Blue, those two have had more fucking traffic than the Dartford Tunnel through. And the Dartford Tunnel's probably cleaner.
I was going to say tighter.
You see, every time we let the show go past 2 hours, every time.
Hey, no, Shrek started this. I'm just.
Should we go back to the other conversation we had the other day? So, Bill, how's the new at-home nurse? Any punctures yet?
Fuck off. Just because you've ordered one from Wish.
It's about. Yeah, but the problem is, mate, you ordered the female one. Tyler's ordered the male one.
We said it was this big. All I could think was, well, who the fuck put the order in for Vic?
You can now order your vape reviewer from Wish.
I'd like a small Scottish git.
No, we've already got one.
We don't need another one.
That one's expired. We need a new one.
Don't get me started.
That one's from Wish We Hadn't.
The old one's starting to curdle. We need a new one.
I really don't want to think about whether Vic's got a tight gush. I mean, I know he's a virgin, or virgin on the ridiculous, but. And on that note, I'm going to call the show at 2 hours 20 minutes before I get in any more trouble.
You notice how we hit that time and the after show started happening without us taking the show off air?
Yeah, the show sort of went into after show before it was meant to. Right.
Yeah, we seem to do it every time we go over.
Just do your goodbyes before we get fucking a ban.
Go on, Tyler.
Right. All right, everybody. Well, we had a nice lighthearted show this week, a good waffle, and no important topics were discussed, so we had a good one.
No important subject.
Nothing planned, at least. But yeah, everybody have a good week. If you need us, you know where we are. Mel, you have all the information. Get a hold of us. You have my personal number. Please come out and say something if you need anybody to talk to. It's not a big deal. Same thing for everybody else goes. You need us, you know where we are, everybody. Past that, have a good week. Bill, say your goodbyes, buddy.
Yeah, cheers, Tyler. Yeah, I hope everybody has a really good week. And just a quick reminder, poetry or just writing down your thoughts is a good move for anybody. Doesn't have to be for anybody.
Putting them on public toilet walls isn't.
Oh, come on. It's fun. It's funny when you do it around the lock, you know, poop by yourself, poop with friends. It's great.
But
I will do. Don't worry, Shrek. I shall just send that over.
Yeah, well, I hope everybody has a really good week. The group's there if you need us. And yeah, Mel, just get hold of one of us if you're struggling. We don't bite. Not unless you ask us.
Well, Shay, speak to yourself.
Well, Matt might. But
luckily he's far away.
Yeah. Have a good week. Over to you, Craig.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. As usual, we'll be back again next week. Hope everyone does have a good week. Shrek, hope you have a good week as well. Don't let them grind you down. Take time off if you need it, because it's no good if you're driving stressed. You're going to lose concentration. But you know everything.
Right.
Anyway.
Accidents happen, man. Simple as that.
Yeah. Have a good week, everyone. As I say, the group is there, as Bill said. Have a good week. We'll be back again. And pass it up. Yeah, go on, Bill. Matt.
God, I've forgotten names now. His old age show.
I know.
Nothing really to say. You know the rooms are there if you need us. Anytime, Mel, just let us know. Anyone else, same thing. Hope everybody has a good week coming. And we'll see what next week's show is going to be on. See what we come up with. So if you need a chat, Shrek, let us know, mate, and we can always sort something out, buddy.
Yeah.
Right. Same thing, like I said, applies to everybody. If anybody needs a chat, we are here.
Definitely sounds like you need a break from the job.
Yeah,
for a bit.
I think you do as well, yeah.
Bit of a chill out, and because it's not doing your health any good. That's obvious. So, but we shall return next week. So I shall say goodbye for now, and bye.